your drama queen, and welcome to the drama castle. Overheard them mention hater, not a pretty word like moist or moisture. Wanna quit, but you know I'm a soldier. Try to get me out, you know it's game over. Say it's toxic, chaotic, unhealthy. Always play my cards right, don't test me. I'm not here to play nice, no I can't be. And if you're trying to stop me, that's a guarantee. Too many people try to get me out, and it worked for a second, but I'm back now, better than ever. Welcome to the drama castle. I am your drama queen, and welcome to the drama castle. You try to stop me, but you can't. Too many people try to stop me, but you can't. You can't.
Behind the curtain he weaves his spell, a hero's tale he loves to sell. But in the shadows his whispers bite, a king of tears under fake spotlight. Oh, Aaron cries, they're all so cruel, but he's the one breaking every rule. With crocodile tears he'll take his aim, the villain hiding in a hero's name. His laughter's sharp when no one sees, a puppeteer on wounded knees. The crowd believes his mournful song, unmask the face where it all went wrong. Oh, Aaron cries, they're all so cruel, but he's the one breaking every rule. With crocodile tears he'll take his aim, the villain hiding in a hero's name. His laughter sharp when no one sees, a puppeteer on wounded knees. The crowd believes his mournful song, unmasked the face where it all went wrong. A sea of sorrow drowns the weak, while behind the mask his claws still sneak. He paints the bullies to hide his grin, a wolf disguised in the skin he's in. Oh, Aaron cries, they're all so cruel, but he's the one breaking every rule. With crocodile tears he'll take his aim, the villain hiding in a hero's name.
That was so beautiful. That was so beautiful, guys. Hello, how are y'all? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. How y'all doing? I know y'all are like, when is she gonna be done with this Batinthesun, Rican Ranger, all this drama? Who knows? There's always new information coming out, guys. There's always new information coming out. So when the information comes out, I gotta talk about it, because more people should be talking about this Batinthesun situation, especially because a lot of money was involved, a lot of crowdfunding went into this, and it's still not released, and we're just getting a bunch of excuses at this point, in my opinion. But now, I told y'all the last time we talked about Aaron from Batinthesun, I told y'all that more was going to be coming and more people were going to come forward and tell their stories, and that is exactly what has happened, because yesterday Henry dropped some videos with two people. One of them who is the co-founder of Superpower Beatdowns. I call them beat ups. Why do I keep calling them beat ups? They're beat downs. God damn it. I had one job. But anyways, one of the co-founders of that project that made Batinthesun pretty much as popular as it has gotten, to where they have millions of subscribers. They've had a bunch of views, talking like thousands, millions of views. We'll say millions, right? And they've been at conventions, and now that led to this Legend of the White Dragon movie. So Henry did an interview with the co-founder of the Superpower Beatdowns, Damien. I know I'm gonna butcher his last name. I know they said his last name. He said it's a little hard to say, but it's like it's Beurer. I'm sorry, sir. You're very handsome. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to butcher your last name. But this is Damien, and he was a co-founder. So he worked with Aaron, alongside Aaron, to make the Superpower Beatdowns. And this interview went very nice. You know, there wasn't anything very telling that he told in this interview yet. This is just part one of the interview. However, I just want to point out the fact that, you know, Henry does make a point to say, you know, you've seen my videos, you've seen what I've been saying about Aaron and all this stuff going on. Now, these people are aware of what's going on at this point, right? And they're still agreeing to take part in these interviews to talk about their experience with Aaron, whether it be good or bad. Again, this first part has not said anything really negative about anything going on, but considering that he is aware, Damien is aware of what Henry's been talking about, as far as the allegations, we'll say, about what actually has been going on with Batinthesun back in the day up to what's currently going on. These people are taking part in being seen and not being anonymous, right? Because don't forget, Aaron's whole thing when people question him about these people coming forward about their stories and experience with Aaron, he's saying, well, they're anonymous. I don't know who these people are. How do I address it? Right? So now we have people that Aaron cannot deny he knows, right? And this is the co-founder of the Superpower Beatdowns that Aaron worked on and, you know, takes pride in on Henry's channel. Don't forget, Henry is a bully, but yet these people are coming on to do interviews with Henry. All right. So that's number one. Number two, the second person is this lovely gentleman who is named Paul. I think it's Molnar. Again, I'm bad with last names. Please forgive me for not being able to pronounce your last name. But who he is he played Joker in Patient J, which is a project that Aaron had worked on as well before he got pretty much replaced by Aaron himself in the role of Joker. And he never got paid. He is one of the people who many people claim they didn't get paid by Aaron. And he's also saying, yeah, I did not get paid as well. I thought that was normal to be working this project. And these are people who have gone on since to work on other projects. He was talking about how he worked on other, you know, major films and titles you guys might know. And hearing him talk, yeah, he'd had some interesting things to say about Aaron and his time there. Obviously, everyone praises Aaron's father, Sean, you know, his father, Sean. And I think that that's nice that they do at least have some good things to say about their time there, but also point out that some of the stuff that's been said in as far as recent things is not a surprise to these people. You know, well, I wouldn't say surprise. It's more like they're kind of like, holy crap. But at the same time, some of them are like, yeah, we're not surprised to hear all this coming out. And again, these are people that are not being anonymous anymore, right? And I said that. I said, you know, it's be nice if more people came forward and weren't afraid to just, you know, say this is who I am. Molnar. Molnar. I'm bad with names, man. My brain buffers. Speaking of which, hello, chat. Hello, beautiful chat. I'm so sorry. I usually start with saying hi to you guys, but hello, Jillikins. How are you? Hello, Saints. How are you? Crazy Cat always coming in to derail to talk about other things. Yeah, I saw that, Crazy Cat, what you said, but what it is what it is. What up, Todd? How are you? And let's see, we got Anthony here. Also, Henry's in the chat. Stealing your content, Henry. I'm stealing your content. Anonymous stuff on anonymous stuff on the back. Yeah, it's funny because at this point, Aaron can't, say these people are anonymous anymore. What's up, Juicebox? I see you in the chat too. By the way, I posted all of the links to Henry's videos, both the interviews with Damien and with Paul. And I also posted a link to his actual channel where he is doing all this coverage. If you guys are interested in watching all of it, because I'm not going to sit here and react to everything being said. I did have some cliff notes, but the one thing I will say is we could just go to the stuff that was said in Paul's interview, because Paul mentioned again he was not paid. Talked about all the good times there, how hard he worked, and how he didn't even get notification, like formal. And I won't say formal notification that he was not to reprise his role as Joker, because Aaron wanted to take on that role, because Aaron likes to do what a lot of creators like to do. It's not an uncommon practice, but a lot of writers of stuff or creative directors, like they'll always do like self inserts. So they won't always want to be the main character. Sometimes they'll be in cameos, but then you have, Aaron, who wanted to be the main character, has main character syndrome. So he wanted to play the role of Joker. Even though he praised Paul on his performance as Joker, he did not take the actual courtesy to tell Paul directly that, hey, we're not going to have you come back. That's kind of like a shitty thing to do. Like morally, it's a shitty thing to do. There's no legal things involving these stories, by the way, except for like the money aspect. We'll say that the money is definitely something that is a legal concern, and why Henry and everybody's talking about it. By the way, shout out to Henry. If you guys need to watch that the video he put out where he talks about Aaron calling him a liar, right? And man, that rant was beautiful. I should have clipped it, because I you guys need to watch that whole video. But man, when Henry was going in on Aaron, and he's like, did you is it a lie? Is it true? Is it true? He kept saying that. Is it true, Aaron, that you pitched an idea that anyone really could pitch, and didn't even write a fucking script? Oh my God, when Henry popped off and said that, oh, my heart, like I start sweating, like my Lord, this man is heated. At a kids park with daughter, figured I would listen in. Oh, well, that's nice. That's nice. Thank you. Appreciate you. Saturday Liar Grill Fest. I know, right? Let's see. I know it's privacy, but if they won't come forward or want to come forward and do voice changer, like, bruh, just use your normal voice. Who cares if they know? They don't give a fuck. I mean, I understand people want to be anonymous because they're doing stuff that, one thing that Paul said in that interview that was very true is like the industry, Hollywood moves different. Okay. Hollywood moves different. I've been telling y'all this for a very long time. It's a whole culture over there in Hollywood and in the industry. You would think that common sense would be common to us, but like in Hollywood, in the industry, it doesn't move normal, guys. I've told you guys this for a long time when I used to cover movie talks and things like that. Like the industry will not be ever moving the same. So when it comes to the industry, there's a lot of cliques that go on, a lot of groups mentality over there. It is kind of cult-like in Hollywood, you have to play your cards right to make it. And if you play the wrong card, well, that's it. You're done in the industry. And a lot of people, are trying to have careers over there. And yes, is it right? No, but that's just, sometimes you just got to play ball, because if the system is going to change, you only really affect change within the system. And sometimes you have to play with the system to affect change. So sometimes that's people's mentality is, well, I'll just play the game. I'll just play my cards right and do what everybody else does because it's working. It's keeping me employed. It's keeping me relevant in this industry, and it's keeping me from being blacklisted. And basically what it comes down to is, like people said, the biggest issue with why a lot of these people don't want to come forward is because even if they are in the right, the industry doesn't give a shit. They do not want to deal with drama. They're there to work. They're there to make money. They're there to be creatives. They're not there to deal with anyone's drama. So if you bring drama to their sets, to their business, you ain't working with them no more. And it doesn't matter if Aaron is in the wrong. It doesn't matter if Aaron has embezzlement accusations against him. It doesn't matter if Jason David Frank has an audio leak of his real opinions and thoughts about Aaron and other people within the same industry having their thoughts and feelings about Aaron. The industry don't want the drama. They probably won't fucking work with Aaron, but they also won't work with you because now you're bringing controversy into their studios. They don't want that. So that's why these people, for the most part, don't really want to come forward. You know, some people like Paul and Damien at this point, maybe they're working in a company or working with these production companies. They don't give a shit. And maybe they already know about Aaron and that situation, so they don't really care if they go public. It's really not black and white when it comes to the industry. There's a lot of gray areas as well. And again, right is right and wrong is wrong. But when it comes to the industry, it's all about how is this going to affect my numbers? So I understand why people don't want to come forward because they don't want Aaron having to start, you know, bringing drama to their job, their workplace. So I'm not mad at them for being, you know, anonymous, but sometimes I'm sitting here like it's because of these issues is why all these people keep getting away with shit that they keep getting away with, you know? But anyways, what's up, Shadow? I'm at work, but saw you were live just saying hi. Well, thank you for stopping by and saying hi. I hope you're having a good day at work. It's raining cats and dogs outside right now. It's called paying their dues. But to say that Henry was lying, right? And now we have two videos with two people who everybody knows. You cannot deny who these people are, right? There's no twisting anything, right? Having three people, because we forgot about Tatiana. Three people who have worked with Batinthesun and work with Aaron, right? Coming out on Henry's channel. This speaks so many volumes, you guys don't even understand how big of a freaking deal this is. Okay? This is a huge deal. Because again, these people know what Henry's been talking about. They've seen a few videos. They know what's going on. Right? They know what Henry's been doing over there on his channel. And they still agreed to give statements. Two of them did whole ass interviews. Okay? This is not looking good for Aaron right now. I would not want to be Aaron Schoenke right now. I definitely would not want to be Aaron Schoenke right now. Because while Aaron is sitting there telling everybody, trying to detract people from listening to Henry by calling him a bully, saying that he's just a YouTuber putting out false information and lying and he's not telling the truth, having three people who fans of Batinthesun will recognize and know and remember their involvement. Seeing three of these people come public about Aaron and the statements they made, I don't know. Wouldn't want to be Aaron Schoenke right now. The Damien interview is in 2 hours. Nice. Interview is in 2 hours. Nice. Part 2, right? So I want to just say that let's listen to, because one thing I will say, and this is the thing I got to criticize Henry. Henry, if you're going to end your video, okay, with the final statement, could you not like put the damn friggin' tags for other videos, like, you know, the little elements at the end so I can screenshot it? So I can screenshot it, goddammit. Oh, you said the Damien interview is 2 hours. I thought you said that part 2 is in 2 hours. I was getting excited. I actually was looking forward to seeing part 2. But it was a 2-hour interview. Damn. He gave you a 2-hour interview to talk about it. So you don't have to tell us exactly, Henry, but could you just give me a little exclusive? At any point, is Damien, for the most part, in those 2 hours, just glazing Aaron? Because I watched the first part, and it just seemed like he was giving all the just like the origin story. Really a 4-hour interview. God damn, you talked to him for 4 hours. Woo, okay, don't tell me anything. Don't spoil it. But yes, I want to show you guys the ending. Basically, Paul, who played Joker in Patient J, I want you guys to see his final statement on it. I would recommend watching the whole interview, but like, you know, we got the final statement here, and I want to point out, you know, some things about this too, because he gave a very similar statement that he did to that Tatiana Neva gave. I'm so sorry, I'm butchering people's names, but I clipped it. Look at me doing clips. Oh my god, is raining, y'all, and my internet's already, struggles as it is. My internet's
I would not leave to be attack anyone. My message is this: there will come a time when we must decide what is best.
I hate my computer right now. I had one job. Oh my god, so many pop-ups to try to pop up right now. Hold on, y'all. Like, let's rewind. I don't know what happened to my damn computer. My computer is being all kinds of weird. Final statement is powerful. Okay, let's get this on screen because I don't know what was going on. No, he blasted him later in the interview. Okay. Yo, what is good with YouTube right now? Hi, can we blow this up or nah? We just gonna not blow this up? YouTube, I'm trying to full screen it. On my screen, it's not full screen. Y'all seen this, right? Am I tripping? Is it just on my end, or is the screen just not wanting to cooperate? Because, like, wow, I'm sitting here looking at this like we could just blow it up, but we don't want to blow it up. YouTube, like, do I gotta refresh the damn page? Hold on, y'all. Oh, look, we're trash YouTubers because we have technical difficulties. Don't forget that, y'all. Trash YouTubers don't ever have no YouTuber who's professional has ever had technical difficulties ever in the history of content creating.
I wanted to make this final note. I would like to say on the record, although everything I said is, I believe to be true, my intentions are not. I wanted to make this final note. I would like to say on the record, although everything I said is, I believe to be true, my intentions are not to attack anyone. My message is this: there will come a time when we must decide what is best for us as individuals or others. I hope you can understand the importance of helping others, especially the little guy over yourself. All meant for.
Hold on. Yo, it's the rain. It's really the rain. That's what it is. This weather is absolute awful right now. Like, thundering outside is bad. That's why the internet's even being worse. It's not even just my Boston connection. Laggy. I know. I hate it. That's why I wish, like, you just, what? I'm just gonna read it. Look, see, he has the things up there. But anyways, all right. So I'm gonna try to read this as best I can because, like, it's killing me with this fucking lag right now. So Paul's final statement is, I'd like to say on record, although everything I said is, I believe to be true, my intentions are not to attack anyone. My message is this: there will come a time when we must decide what is best for us as individuals and others. I hope you can all understand the importance of helping others, especially the little guy over yourself. Also, you need to understand we're all human. Sometimes even the best of us become devoured by the pig, which is pride, ignorance, and greed, that devours our morals and good judgment for profit and power, and usually destroys itself as it devours itself, defeated by overconfidence. Yikes. See, and then I can't read it because Henry's goddamn thing is right here in the goddamn middle. Oh, see that? Look, I'm trying to go back and it's not disappearing. God damn it. I hate these elements. I hate these damn elements. They drive me crazy. They're great for, like, what Henry does, but, like, it blocks everything that I'm trying to see. Oh my goodness, there we go. Don't hate those who are infected by this beast. Pity them and understand there is always the possibility for redemption, and that that person, can still do wonderful things if they choose. Never forget that we are all miracles. Now we just need to decide what to do with that miracle. Oh, I like him. He's sweet. He is a very sweet person. And then he says all the best. Now, the reason why I wanted to show that, right, even though I failed miserably at it because my internet is being ridiculous right now, is that it's a similar statement, right? It's a very similar statement to what Tatiana had to say, with, I'm not saying this to attack anyone, we're, it's just, putting the truth out there, telling our stories, and basically saying, like, they don't wish Aaron any ill will. Like, I don't wish Aaron any ill will. Like, I don't think anybody genuinely is wishing Aaron ill will. It's more like, Aaron, there's a lot of questions that people have, a lot of things that you have done that was in bad faith and, poor decision making. And I'll give it to you. You are a coming up person in this industry trying to make stuff. I'm not mad at it. I understand to a degree. But then it gets to a point where, you have this big project that was crowdfunded and, heavily promoted by Jason David Frank, who was pretty much the star, the headliner, right? The person who was the draw. And he passed away tragically. We all lost him. I know that you say he was your best friend, and I mean, if he was your best friend, he was your best friend. But like, it wasn't just your loss; it was a shared loss. Even though a lot of fans didn't know Jason personally, like they felt that loss too. And his last film, like that's a big deal for so many reasons. And of course, people are going to look at you and be like, "What's going on?" And then we're finding out all this stuff, and now it makes sense why it's taking so long. There will be no Mrs. Resilient. Well, apparently that's me now. I'm apparently your Mrs. I'm Mrs. Resilient. I might have to rebrand my name to be Mrs. Resilient now. I might do it just to spite people, and then I'll have a nice little pink logo. We'll use Henry's logo, Henry Resilience logo, and make it pink instead of red or green. I'm just gonna be Mrs. Resilient at this point. Mrs. Resilient, the YouTuber Mrs. Resilient. Another new name, I know, right? Another rebranding. I might as well be Mrs. Resilient. Nah, Henry would not accept that. You know why? Because I don't get on cam. My layout is dog shit compared to his. He would have to literally sit there and help me understand OBS and teach me how to do that shit for me to even be close to being Mrs. Resilient. I'd have to step up my game big time to make it official, just saying. But anyways, back to Aaron. The fact that so many people are coming out, and there's probably more to come. Henry literally said that he's gotten so many messages from people, and as somebody who's been in that similar position when I'm calling out a big content creator, that is going to be a constant thing, especially for at least a few months, because there's so much information, there's so many people now who are like, damn, people are finally calling Aaron out. I need to get on that because I have a story and I want to let people know, like, this is not bullshit. That's how it works. When I covered the Andy Signore story, same thing. A bunch of women came out and said, yeah, this is what I observed. This is why I believe these people. And that's just the norm. And Aaron should be really concerned. And this is really the moment where he should do what Andy Signore did for a while and not address any of it. Like, I don't think he understands that confirming a lot of shit that's been said is basically what Aaron has done. And he's masking it as, see, I'm being very transparent. I'm being very transparent. It's like, no, the best type of liars are the ones who can manipulate the lie, right? Like, you can own the lie and say, oh, well, you can own it and say, yes, that did happen, but you could also twist it to make it sound less bad, right? So Aaron wanting half the budget, well, I can make that sound less bad because now I'm going to tell you guys exactly why I needed half of that funds. You know what? Why I need to have the funds, because this is what I'm putting in for hours, and I needed it for, like, bro, the way that everything's being twisted, manipulating, and the audacity to call anyone out here a liar for covering the facts, because here's the facts. 3 not anonymous people who worked with Aaron have come out and told their stories, basically. Tatiana didn't tell in detail her story, but what did she say? She said that she was not going to support somebody who did not value and respect her, right? That is what she said. So even though she didn't get to details, that was enough for me to say, Aaron. And the fact that these people are going to Henry Resilient right now, they're willing to talk to Henry right now that are willing to do interviews with Henry right now, knowing what Henry is talking about, knowing that Henry is calling out Aaron from Batinthesun, and these people who worked with Aaron, who were apparently part of this family-friendly orientated culture over at Batinthesun, are now talking to Henry Resilient, who is trying to bring that veil down, is speaking so many volumes, you guys have no idea. And like I said, if I was Aaron, oh, I'd be shitting bricks right now. I'd be like Henry said. Henry said in the video with Paul, he said, Aaron's probably hasn't talked to these people for a while, but I guarantee you he's picking up that phone and making some text messages. He's reaching out to people. Now, Aaron, is the time you should be doing some damage control. Man, you should have been doing that stuff the moment Henry started getting his clutches into you. Because if you thought that these people who have not said nothing for the last few years were going to stay silent when people started looking at you sideways, I don't know, sir. You seem a little naive in that department. When these people are thanking Henry, thank you so much, Henry, for allowing people to have a space to tell, like, you have no idea what a problem that is for Aaron. And of course, I'm curious to see if he even is going to address these people, because now he can't hide behind the anonymity bullshit. He can't hide behind that anymore. He can't say to fans, well, I don't know who this person is. How am I supposed to address it? Okay, well, now you know there's Tatiana, there's Damien, there's Paul. How are you going to address these things? Are you going to address these things? Do I think you should? Hell no. I think your best move is to be silent. Be silent. Because either way, people are going to make up their minds what they're thinking about this situation. And he's sitting here saying, well, these people don't help. You know what really, really doesn't help? Not putting out this movie. Because that's where it really started with Aaron, is not putting out this movie. Like a year, I understand. Jason had passed away. It was, people needed time to mourn. But at this point, when he's going public, talk about, oh my God, Jason David Frank was my best friend. He was really excited for this project. Yeah, that part's true. Jason David Frank was very excited for this project. That's why he promoted the shit out of it. And as Jason David Frank's best friend, you think that right now, if he was here today, that this would have been flying? You don't think he would have been pushing you like what's going on with this project? And I'm sorry, I don't care if you don't like it that I say this. I know there's some people that get, when I said this in Henry's comment section, they were upset with me and try to push back on me. But hiding behind Jason David Frank's daughter, using her as a shield for this project, but from this criticism, is not the best look either. Because that's exactly what he's doing. He is using Jenna Frank as a shield. You can't convince me otherwise. Well, if Jenna co-signs it and she's okay with it, I guess all this stuff means nothing. Well, what the hell do you think that Jenna's going to do? She wants this film to come out. This was her dad's last film. Of course she's going to support it and want it out. No shit. That's like common fucking sense. That's common goddamn sense. But let's stop acting like Aaron ain't using that to shut down all the shit coming out about him. Let's not act like that's not him using that to shut criticisms as to why this movie hasn't come out. Jenna Frank is the fluff. That's what she is. She's the fluff. And that ain't no shade on Jenna. I think she's a sweet girl. I think she's doing everything she can to keep her daddy alive in spirit. And she's doing a fantastic job. Like, she's doing a fantastic freaking job at keeping her father's legacy going, And that's why it sucks, because what is she supposed to do, y'all? What is she supposed to do? Shun Aaron? Aaron's holding the keys to her daddy's last film. What's she supposed to do? And don't make it gross, Douglas, and say fluffer. That means fluffer there are many terminologies for fluffer. Y'all really be going dark and gross, and stop it. Right now, Paul is ignoring all of Aaron's calls. Oh, I'm sure he is. What's What's Paul supposed to say? Oh, hey, Aaron, I haven't heard from you in a long time, but all of a sudden you blowing up my phone. What's going on? Oh, you saw the interview? Well, damn, Aaron. It's almost like you upset about what I had to say, but like, is it true? as Henry would put it. Is it true, Aaron? Is it true, Aaron, that you decided to not even tell Paul that you didn't want him coming back to play Joker after you praised him for his performance as Joker, but didn't even have the balls to say it to his face that you wanted to play Joker because you just wanted to be the star? Not that you could play it better or anything. It's just you wanted to be the star. It's not like you were paying Paul, so payment wasn't an option. Like payment wasn't an issue for not having Paul come back and play as Joker. He was doing it for free. He just said you didn't pay him. He don't remember you giving him any money. So if you weren't paying him, why recast yourself in the role after you praise his performance? And like I said, he doesn't seem too pressed about that. He seems more pressed that you didn't even have the cojones to say it to him. You know what I'm saying? It's about the respect. You know, you didn't respect this man enough to say, hey, I wanna take my chance at playing Joker. So I'm not gonna have you come back. I think that's more what it was for Paul. At least that's how it sounded to me. I could be mistaken. Let me not put words in the man's mouth, but that is my perception. You know? I mean, Aaron, what did you expect? Like I told you, sir, you don't got to worry about the quote haters stabbing you in the front. Worry about the people that are about to stab you in the back. And from what I can see, I see a lot of snakes trying to crawl up your leg right now. A freaking ranger. Snakes trying to crawl up your leg, and you worried about the truth that people are saying about you. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. I think you should be more focused about the actual bullies out here on these internet streets and the actual snakes that are trying to lay in bed with you. But what do I know? I'm just a trash YouTuber. Just a bully on the internet, guys. What do I know? Why even listen to me? Why even listen to Henry? Oh, right, because Henry's actually getting people who worked in Batinthesun and are still currently working in the industry. Fascinating. It's always funny when people are caught in their own bullshit. And it's going to come to a point where Aaron's going to run out of shit to throw at the wall and see what sticks. That's basically what it comes down to. Because that's all Aaron has really been doing lately, is just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And that's literally what Henry said. And like, yeah, that's what he's doing. That is what he's doing. And right now, nothing's really sticking. Aside from him just harping on his relationship with Jason David Frank to get the fans more focused on Jason. Like, imagine using Jason David Frank like that after the man died. Like, using his death, the people who are still till this day mourning him, using that to get people to stop looking at Aaron and being like, right, but like, it's been a few years, bro. Where's this film? Where's the money for this film? Did it all go to the film? Like, did you really take half that budget and pocketed it? Like, is that what's really going on? Did you use Jason David Frank to get this movie out? Like, what was the holdup? It was supposed to be released on March 2023. That's what Jason David Frank said, did he not? And now all of a sudden we're in 2025. Where is that shit? I'm just saying. I mean, am I wrong? Is it wrong? Please tell me I'm wrong. I would love for somebody to come in this chat with actual functioning brain cells and tell me that I'm wrong. Because I don't feel like I'm wrong. Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. The fact that he's even calling Paul right now is wild to me. Is wild to me. Because what did Paul say in that interview? Right, he hadn't talked to Aaron. I think he said he stopped talking to Aaron, or he hasn't heard from Aaron about a year. So it's been about a year he has not heard from Aaron. And after he goes on this interview with Henry, now Aaron is in his phone. It's my cell phone already recording, bitch. Already recording, bitch. What has Aaron been working on for the past 3 years? That's what I'm saying. This is the thing that I've been saying even when I said to him, like, he's always saying he's busy. I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. But he's not so busy to do interviews on all these YouTube channels, right? He's not too busy to follow and address all of the, quote, haters. He claims he's in the studio. Well, what are you in the studio working on, Aaron? What other projects you got going on that's keeping you employed at this point? Like, I mean, it's not really my business, but at the same time, we still waiting for this project you've been working on for the last, like, what, couple of years, and nothing. Like, hell, I would even be okay if he just released like a second trailer or something, like showing different scenes or something. Like, what has he really been doing? It shouldn't take a bunch of trash YouTubers on the internet to put pressure under your ass to do something over there. You know? Like, people who have been following this, like, you really haven't been doing much, clearly. So I don't know why you're mad at anyone for calling that out. Like, everyone has a right to ask questions. I keep stressing that to y'all because I want people to really understand that when it comes to crowdfunding, especially, you have every right to ask these questions, and these people have to give you an answer. Otherwise, you can report it as fraud. You know that, right? You know that, right? Like, if you give money to something, right? Like the order, you can report it. You can report it and have it investigated. Now, I don't want that to happen to Aaron. I really don't, because I feel like they'll find ways, and I'm sure they have found ways to make it seem like, you know, it's not a scam. I mean, don't forget, I support the Television Amigo, who everyone said was a scam, and it never turned out to be a scam legally, right? But people will still say it's a scam. Okay, well, you can report that shit if you think it's a scam. Do I think this is a scam? No. Has the movie been shot? Yes. Do I think the movie exists? Yes. The fact is, it's not being released. Why? Because Aaron knows that he's really not getting any of that money for that film. The money he put into that film, he's not getting that money back. He is not even going to get a decent amount of that money back. And that's the real reason, guys. I really start thinking that that's why the movie didn't come out, because he's trying to make some money off of it. And he knows right now with where Batinthesun is, as far as literally the numbers on Batinthesun, like, most people don't remember about Batinthesun anymore. It's not top prime anymore. It's not doing as well as it used to. And he knows that, and he knows that releasing it on YouTube is not going to give him any profit back. Any profit. He's not going to make any profit off back that he put into, right? That's why he wanted to do streaming services. Could have made money that way. This is not going to get a theatrical release. There's not going to be any box office numbers. So he's not going to make money. So at this point, it's like, Aaron, cut the fucking losses, bro. Release the movie and at least try to get some money back, you know, but just release it. But he's greed. It is greed. It is greed. Like I said, why even be in the industry to be a creator? Like, yes, you want to make money, sure. But what's more important, the money or the art? As an artist, do you think the art is more important than the money? Like, yes, we need money, sure. People need to make a living, but the art should be more important. The creativity, you know? And let's not forget, Jason David Frank wasn't the only person who took part in this project. Aaron's letting everybody down. Everybody who took part in this is being let down. And I'm not going to lie to you. I rewatched the trailer. And I can tell you right now, this thing will be okay. It'll be good. But it's not going to be amazing. It's not going to be awesome. It's probably not going to be that epic. I'm just going to be honest with you. Just being honest with you. My personal opinion. But it's about the money. Anytime there's something going on negatively or anyone's being exposed for something, it's always going to be about money. Money and power, control. But right now, it's definitely about the money, because he ain't making that money back, y'all. And everything that happened in Batinthesun, how he treated people, I mean, yeah, I believe that. You know? Yes, I believe that. I believe that he wasn't gonna pay. He wasn't planning on paying people. I mean, when you're first starting, that's just hey. When I was getting into acting, I did stuff for free. I didn't get paid for any parts I took in the stuff I did, as far as like little small indie movies and some voice acting and stuff like that, voice lines. I didn't get paid for the Broken Dragon. Nah, actually, let me lie. I did get paid for my part in Legend of the Broken Dragon Dagger, because Dust be coming over here and giving me super chats all the time. So I'll consider that as payment. You know what I'm saying? So I there's a lot of people who will do acting and not get paid for it, but you would think that in certain projects, production companies like Batinthesun, you think there'd be some kind of compensation. Some kind of exposure, guys. You're getting exposure for being on a big YouTube channel, and this can go on your resume and help you get other roles. That's what they offer you. And I'm sorry, but like, and especially in the industry, I know it works like that, but like, time is money, y'all. Time is money. Okay. If you're a background character and you ain't getting paid for that, that's different. You're a background character. You're just part of the scenery at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I understand it, but if you're like a lead character, a main character, you should be getting some kind of payment. Time is money, man. I mean, shit, at least minimum wage for a couple of days of shooting is cheaper than just giving somebody a set rate. I mean, geez, give them hourly pay. Shit. $80 for a day shooting for a couple hours. Like, it's not that hard. I'm just saying, this topic is going to be going on for a long time because, again, Henry said he's talked to a lot of people, and I can't imagine what's going to come out, man. I'm just hoping it stays at least as tame as it is. When I say tame, I'm hoping nobody comes out with some crazy allegations against Aaron, because that would blow my mind. Because I don't think Aaron was doing anything sus like that. But who knows, man? Hollyweird is Hollyweird for a reason. Hollyweird is Hollyweird for a reason. But no one has said anything like that, so that's good. So far, so good, Aaron. At least you don't have some creep allegations coming your way. But being an asshole is definitely not a good look for you or your brands, because nobody wants to work with an asshole. Oh my God, look, it's Lunchbox. I will say this, after all the controversies, if anyone wants this guy to help make a different movie, they deserve whatever happens, in my opinion. I'm not going to lie. I agree with you there. Anyone working with Aaron at this point with promises of the bells and whistles, I'm just saying right now, I'm putting this out here on record. I think after this movie does come out, I don't see Jenna Frank really messing with Batinthesun after this, man. I know she made a post about how they wanted her to play the little girl from Wolverine, X something. What was her name? What was her thing, like X-32 or whatever? It's been a while since I've seen Logan, but they wanted her to play, and she's like, Batinthesun, let's do it. And I'm like, girl, I get it, Jenna. But listen, sometimes you might think you know somebody, but you don't know somebody. I said backwards. I said 32. X-23. There we go. How long is a White Dragon movie? I mean, I would assume an hour, at least. Let me find out. That movie is like 30 minutes, bro. I think there's so many reasons why I think this movie isn't coming out, y'all, or hasn't come out. I think it's the fact that Aaron's not going to get the money back for it. And I also think it's fear that like the movie ain't going to be all that the hype. You know what I'm saying? The movie ain't going to be all that hype. It's just going to come off as a fan movie for something. It's going to come off as a fan Power Ranger movie. And Aaron really wants this to be like Marvel Studios quality type movie. Like he's putting it up there on the with the greats. And I'm like, I don't think it's going to be that great. And I think when it comes out, a lot of people are going to realize it's not that great. Like, there are going to be people who enjoy it, sure, but it's not going to be on Marvel's level. Like some people out here think they're on Marvel and DC's level, yet they haven't done shit but AI art. You know what I'm saying? People who think that they can use their AI art concepts to get their foot in the door at big major studios like Disney and shit. Like, Like, Hasbro's gonna see your AI art and be like, yeah, this is it. We definitely want to help you out. If only, I know, right? If only Aaron gave Recon Ranger the keys to Legend of the White Dragon. Yeah, you know what's funny is he really said yesterday on my stream that he could do it better than Aaron. Like, he's even better than Aaron. And I'm sitting here like, sweetie, if you were better than Aaron or even on the same level as Aaron, you would have at least had something out by now. Like, you can say what you want about Aaron as far as his controversy, but Aaron actually produced some shit. Like, you can't say shit about Aaron on that. Like, you can't touch Aaron with a 10-foot pole on that topic, because at least Aaron has produced stuff. His superpower beatdowns are, even to this day, still hold up. They still hold up very well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why delusional Ranger over there is talking about how he could be on the same latitude as Aaron from Batinthesun, because all this stuff aside, again, no one shit on him for his creativity. No one shit on him for his directing skills or his talent, right? We're only kind of shitting on him because, like, you're kind of a shitty person at the end of the day for not paying some people, and also kind of a shitty person for lying about a lot of shit you lying about that you really didn't have to lie about. Because sometimes it's just easier to tell the truth and deal with the backlash, because people will respect you more for owning the shit that people are saying, right? Than rather you just make excuses for it and act like that shit didn't happen. You know? So listen, next question. Ray, no one could touch Recon. Don't play. Oh my god. His suits are ill. Yeah. Even his what is it? Yes, even his cave talk video still holds up. I mean, yeah, like, you can't deny Aaron's talented. I won't take that away from Aaron. Nobody should take that away from Aaron. You know, that's one thing I've not heard anyone say, that his stuff is shit, because it's not. It's super, now it's superstar beatdown, super power beatdown. Is it similar to Celebrity Deathmatch? I mean, it's live action. I would say yeah, but it's not funny. Like, it's actually good. Like, if you actually watch if you go to the Batinthesun's channel and look up the power beatdowns, right? They're very good. They're very good quality. They're shot very professionally. The sets or the areas they shoot in look great. You know, he's picked very great spots to film. You know, the costumes look amazing. You know, it's not bad. It's like, honestly, I feel like the superpower beatdowns will probably be the best thing that he's ever made. Legend of the White Dragon, I feel is just like an extended version of a superpower beatdown, to be quite honest with you. The trailer looked great, but it just still felt like more like a fan film to me than a big Hollywood budget production film, you know, which isn't bad. I love fan films. I'm not shitting on it. But when it comes to fan films, like, fans will like it. The issue is you need to get general audiences to like it. And that's where Aaron is going to completely fail with this, because the general audience is what he really needs to come and support this, because he already is going to have the fans. He's going to have the Jason David Frank fans. He's going to have the Batinthesun fans. He already has established money coming in. But the issue is that money is not going to be enough to make up for what he put into this film and also put money in his own pocket, right? So he needs to generate general audiences, which is why going to streaming services makes the most sense, because you have more potential to get a general audience, like normal people who have no idea who Aaron from Batinthesun is, being introduced to him, because he's not generating new subscribers, basically, right? So he knows this. Like, he's not dumb. Like, Aaron, by no long, he's not a dumb person when it comes to, like, certain things. When it comes to this controversy and drama, he is being dumb, because the number one rule of this stuff is don't address it until it actually starts affecting your business. And right now, it's not affecting his business. You go to his Facebook, he will sit there and say the haters aren't helping. But Aaron, what are they hurting? What are they really hurting? You get a couple people in the comment section bringing it up, and yes, at this point, like, maybe you could say it's hurting, but, like, it's really not, because I've seen way more support on these posts on your Facebook page. No one's really coming to your YouTube channel to bring it there. It's mostly on Facebook, right? So you go to the Batinthesun Facebook page, and the majority of the people, like 95% of the comments and people, are supporting Batinthesun. They're not listening to Henry. They're not listening to me. They don't give a shit about whatever. They're defending you. They're supporting you. So it's really not hurting you. That's the number one thing when it comes to these topics. No one's really hurting you, bro. He's filtering the comments. No, listen, I've been watching Henry, and yes, he is deleting some of the negative comments. I know for a fact he is, but it's still, the ratio is still pretty high. It's still pretty high. Because I've literally watched him make a post, and I've sat there for a bit because I do my research, Henry. Don't act like I don't do my research. I got time right now. Okay. I've sat there and watched those numbers. I've sat there and watched the comments for a little bit because I was curious. Right? Now, yeah, he does get some of those comments questioning him and stuff, but like most of those comments that are coming in, a lot of those comments that are coming in, they're all glazing him. Soon my videos will be on Facebook. Oh, I'm waiting. And speaking of Aaron, he is a very smart individual, and he can talk comic books and movie circles. He's passionate. I mean, there is passion, right? Don't forget who else is very passionate, guys. I mean, again, at least Aaron gets shit done. But for the most part, he's making it sound like he's getting death threats and shit, or he's having people, spam him with Henry's coverage of shit. But that's not happening like that. But yes, he is filtering the comments too, which is also a bad look, Aaron. Come on, bro. Like, oh my God, it's a bad look to just like do that. It's like why here's the weird part about this, right? Here's the weird part about this, okay? So Aaron from Batinthesun will make a post addressing questions and concerns that people have, right? He did it the other day. We talked about it, right? Where we showed the interaction between me and Aaron. So he posts a screenshot of somebody asking him about like the recent stuff that Henry's been covering, right? And then he'll filter the comments of people who are like, okay, I'm opening the floodgates for Q&As, guys, ask me anything. But then when people do ask him certain questions, he is now filtering and hiding the comments and deleting them and blocking people. Like, Aaron, don't open up the floodgates if you're not ready for the fucking flood. If you don't got your fucking flood gear ready, you don't got your boots and your rain gear on. You opened up the floodgates and then have the audacity to start deleting comments and questions, bro. That makes sense. That's not a good look. And also, by the way, when Aaron makes comments about these YouTubers out here, this motherfucker pretending like he's not one. Like, Aaron, did you forget you're a YouTuber? You have a whole YouTube channel with millions of subscribers. You forget you're one of us, right? The difference is our content is not the same. Okay, our content is commentary. Let me educate Aaron Shonky real quick. Okay, there are different types of genres on this platform, right? It's entertainment. There are different genres. Myself and Henry and a bunch of other content creators we're considered like commentary, right? We bring commentary content, okay? We all do it our own different ways. Me, I'm very lazy, so I just do this shit. Henry has a whole ass thing. He's more like a news broadcaster type style of commentator, but we do commentary, which means we comment on drama and talk about interesting topics that interest us, but also interest the public, right? So that's what we do. You're on the other side of more of like the creative side where you're a filmmaker. And, there are many of you out there. There's Batinthesun. We have One Worthy. We have a bunch of content creators that exist that make films and use YouTube to put those films out there so they can cut out the middle person in the entertainment industry. They want to build their own enterprise over there, and they do really well, right? So that's where you are. So we are not the same, but we are the same. You're a content creator. Henry's a content creator. I'm a content creator. Hell, I'll even say, even though that he's on the lowest of the totem poles, Rican Ranger is a content creator. We're all content creators. We just do different types of content, Aaron. We're not bullies, we're commentators. We talk about drama. I am a drama YouTuber. Of course, I'm going to talk about drama. That is what I do. That is what I excel at. That is my skill. All right. I know to you that seems very low on your totem pole, and that's completely fine. But don't sit here and act like we don't have a right to question you. You are a public figure. You are in the public. We have every right to talk about things going on with you. And I don't know why you're upset. This is probably the most attention Batinthesun has gotten in a very long time. In a very long time. This is a lot of attention, but it's not the attention he wants. He wants positive attention. Because negative attention doesn't help him any, right? Because what does it do? It gets people to question him. He don't want people to question him. He just wants people to sit there and wait for his next project. But we've been waiting, sweetie. We've been waiting for a very long time. And you haven't really produced anything. Like, no offense. I mean, I will always respect and have love for Jason David Frank, but I'd rather see less you talk about Jason David Frank and the stuff that was going on before he passed away, because like at this point we just want to see what he did with the Legend of the White Dragon, because that was something he was very proud of, and you taking your sweet ass time putting that out there. And again, stop using the man's daughter as a shield to hide from criticism, because that shit's really foul and that shit pisses me off. And don't sit here saying, well, Jenna's an adult now and she can make her own decisions. She obviously supports him. I understand that. But, like, what is she supposed to do, y'all? What is she supposed to do? And just because somebody might not realize they're being used as a shield doesn't mean they're not still being used as a shield. Okay? Just putting that out there, too. Don't listen to Henry. He's trash. He's a trash bag YouTuber. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Shay just goes off. Shay's funny though. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about, because yeah, I saw that, and I wanted to put my 2 cents in there, because at this point I'm just taking Henry's content and making it my own. But no, I actually care about this stuff, because I mean it's disheartening. You know, it's been a long time since Jason passed, and you know, he did leave a very big impact on a lot of people out there. And, you know, this is more about Jason for me. And, you know, this film he really was passionate about. You know, he really wanted this to come out. He was very proud of it and excited for people to see it. And he worked very hard on it, just like everybody else, including Aaron. And that's another thing too. Like, Aaron, you worked your ass off on this project. Like, what are you doing? This is a big thing for you. You know, put it out, have your comeback. You know, but overall too, like, just be better, dude. Like, this whole drama thing, I'm telling you, he's not built for this drama, as he shouldn't be. I don't think that Aaron's built for this drama. And if I could say anything nice about Aaron, is I respect your work. I respect what you have done as far as, you know, the creativity and stuff, but like, what are you doing? What are you doing, sir? Like, I feel like you could be a nice person, but I'm also starting to question if you're a little narcissistic, because I just don't understand why it has to even be like this, you know? Make a film, put it out. Boom, on to the next. Yeah, the damage control is kind of crazy for me, but I got some Velveeta mac and cheese waiting for me to cook up, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get that, because, like, I like me some mac and cheese Velveeta. I know everyone's like, why don't you just do Kraft macaroni and cheese? Because, like, Velveeta's easy, and I don't need milk and butter. You know what I'm saying? Which I have milk and butter, but I don't have to use milk and butter, because for some reason I either put too much milk or not enough butter, and then my mac and cheese is like I could cook, but for some reason mac and cheese is not my number one thing that I can make. So I'm gonna go make some Velveeta mac and cheese. Diddle's live stream later. Yeah, make sure you guys check out Henry. I'm sure he's gonna go over a lot of this stuff as well. And Henry's pretty awesome as a person. He actually cares about this stuff, despite what his haters have to say. Diddles. The fact that they call him Diddles is crazy. No milk, just butter is a secret. Nah, I gotta have milk in there. Milk helps it, you know. He's streaming. I will stream tonight. Thank you for clarifying. And by the way, all of the links for Henry's, the stuff I talked about, because I'd rather you guys actually go give the clicks to actually watch Henry's videos instead of me watching it, reacting to it. go show him some support and go watch those videos. That way you have the whole interviews there. Because like I said, I just want to talk about pieces of it. But go check that out. Go check out Henry's video. Go watch the Paul one and then the Damien. Not in that order. You don't have to. And then go subscribe to Henry Resilient Clips, which is a channel he mostly covers his stuff on. So go check that out. Like I said, it's in the description. I actually took time to do that because I'm usually lazy and I don't put shit really much in the descriptions, but I did it for Henry. So go check him out right now because I'm about to end the show. And then I'm going to end it with the new song I made. It's just for Aaron. Just for Aaron because, you know, I like my AI music. So with that said, I'm going to go make myself some mac and cheese. You guys enjoy the song, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, I might finish my game tonight or keep playing that game tonight. So we might do another late night stream where I'm playing. Yeah, guys, I've been playing video games now. Y'all talk about I need to do more gaming streams. I've been doing them. Y'all don't turn up. So I've been doing more gaming streams. I'm playing a horror game right now called Alone in the Dark. I streamed for 3 hours last night. Scared the shit out of me, guys. I will probably be streaming that again tonight. So if you want to see me scream and cry like a baby playing this horror game, please check it out tonight. I'll post it in the community post when I'm going to be streaming. So with that said, y'all have a good one and enjoy. This song is called The Masked Tears of Aaron. Enjoy.
Behind the curtain he weaves his spell, a hero's tale he loves to sell. But in the shadows his whispers bite, a king of tears under fake spotlight. Oh, Aaron cries, they're all so cruel, but he's the one breaking every rule. With crocodile tears he'll take his aim, the villain hiding in a hero's name. His laughter's sharp when no one sees, a puppeteer on wounded knees. The crowd believes his mournful song, unmask the face where it all went wrong. Oh, Aaron cries, they're all so cruel, but he's the one breaking every rule. With crocodile tears he'll take his aim, the villain hiding in a hero's name. His laughter sharp when no one sees, a puppeteer on wounded knees. The crowd believes his mournful song, unmask the face where it all went wrong. A sea of sorrow drowns the weak, while behind the mask his claws still sneak. He paints the bullies to hide his grin, a wolf disguised in the skin he's in. Oh, Aaron cries, they're all so cruel, but he's the one breaking every rule. With crocodile tears he'll take his aim, the villain hides